But we've also got a different breed of working sheepdog. Now farmers, they use different dogs for different jobs. If you have a lot of sheep in big groups, there's quite a useful dog, and that's a New Zealand Huntaway. And that's what I have with me to show you now. As you can see, she's taking it very seriously. She'll engage her brain in a moment. Now, the most important thing for me personally with a Huntaway is that she doesn't go to the sheep. So I've trained her to stay at my feet and work from my feet unless I command her to go to the sheep. So when she's ready, I'm going to show you her special power. She has something that a Border Collie doesn't have when it comes to moving the sheep. Now you have to imagine that there's a lot of sheep in front of us, because she wouldn't be very good with a small amount of sheep, because she's too rushed with them basically. She's not calm and cool and skilled like a Border Collie is, but she is a very useful part of the team. I'm going to ask her to sit up, lie down, and I'm going to ask her to wait, because I don't want her to go to the sheep. And now I'm going to ask her with that special command to show you how she moves her sheep. Wait, speak, 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 enough, enough. So that's the important thing, is when I say enough, she'll stop. I wouldn't want a dog that constantly barked. She has to do it on command when it's useful. So once again, the word is, I'm going to ask her to wait first, so she knows I don't want her to go to these sheep. Wait. Speak. 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 Wait. Speak. 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 Enough. So that's that word again, enough. So the New Zealand Huntaways were originally obviously used in New Zealand, and they're what they call the barking dogs for when they go up onto the hills. As you can imagine, there's a lot of difficult terrain in New Zealand. They ask these dogs to speak. Wait, good girl, enough. And then basically what happens is the sheep come all out when they're loose in all their field and all their terrain, and they group up into one big mob, and then they'll send the New Zealand version of a Border Collie to go and do the rest of the work. So without further ado, we are now going to show you a Border Collie. Holly. Okay, so what we're going to do here, folks, is we're going to show you the basics of how we start a young dog. You've already seen a puppy who is doing the real basics of the balancing act, like a clock, 12 and 6. Now we're going to show you a little bit more. So the most important thing is your stop and your recall, because if you've got that, you can control the situation. So Lauren has asked her dog to lie down, and she's going to wait there, hopefully, until Lauren asks her to do anything differently. Now Lauren's just moving these sheep out the pen. She doesn't quite want her dog to go yet, so she's going to put her in a stop command again in a second. She's just going to let the dog get in control of these sheep. And the dog is going to hold them to Lauren, because wherever Lauren goes, this dog will try her hardest to take the sheep back to Lauren, because Lauren is in charge and she's commanding the dog. So this is a partnership and this is teamwork. Now with body language, if you look at Lauren's body language, she's now walking backwards and taking the pressure off the dog. That allows the dog to move forward and just bring those sheep to Lauren. Nice and gently. Now this is an English Border Collie. She's obviously a very different colour. That's because she's a sable. You might have seen reds and tries, but the sables are very, very rare and unusual. So you're actually very, very lucky to witness a sable Border Collie in action today. Okay, so once again, she's just walking backwards and letting this dog bring the sheep. Now these sheep are actually quite intimidating. They're turning and having a little look at this dog, so she's having to work really hard. All dogs are different. They all have different personality and character, just like human beings do. And it's your job as a sheepdog trainer to adjust your training methods to help each individual dog. So this particular dog struggles a little bit with her confidence. So you'll see Lauren is constantly trying to help her and boost her confidence. Now if you see Lauren is moving in circles, that's to encourage her dog to move in circles. So she's putting pressure on the dog there, and the dog's moving round. So she's body blocking her with her body language. That's it, she's crossed her path and asked her to stop, and now she's put her around to the left. The left is the word come by. So we have different words that we use for our dogs, but it is basically left, right, stop, walk on, that'll do, which is the recall. So now Lauren's moving to her right, she's blocking the dog's path, and the dog will run in the opposite direction to where Lauren is, because it's a balancing act. So that's what we call the away. That's the right hand side and that's the away. We always train with body language first, then we move on to voice command, and then last of all you'll put the whistles in. So I don't know if anybody can hear Lauren, but she is actually communicating to her dog with whistles here. Okay, so she's just asked the dog to lie down. Now she's going to move the dog on again. So she's asked her to walk onto her sheep. That's the away command there. She'll ask the dog to lie down and then ask the dog to walk on. That's the away command again to the right. That's it. So all the time the dog is having to keep moving to keep up with these sheep. The sheep are going in the direction that the dog is asking them to go in. She's now putting the dog on the left again, which is the come by. The dog will go all the way around to balance point, back to Lauren. So she's watching for where Lauren is all the time. And when she's ready, she'll pull herself up. There's that stop whistle again. And see how steady and calm the dog is being? Because it's like the dominoes effect. If the dog was rushing the sheep would panic and they probably would have left the arena by now. So it's all an absolute balancing act. Okay, so we're just about finishing up with this young dog now, and we are going to show you something slightly more advanced. So this is a different handler. This is Lucy, and she's trained this dog herself. This dog